The end here is the donation certificate, but in between here is what takes place, screening of the blood and all those things. All that now is online. So that's the certificate, Your Excellency. And then this is the pharmacovigilance electronic reporting system where we give the patients to report cases of where there's adverse reaction or where they suspect that some of these medication that was given are not correct. So we have also put this in the e-citizen where they register, and this will be how they will be worked on. And then finally, there is a certificate, there is a registration form that they will get, they will fill. So this is the form they fill when they have suspected adverse drug reaction, where they report that they have these cases. Thank you. We have Jali. This is a very interactive system, Your Excellency, and this one now calls upon that if you have your mobile, we can start. As a citizen, my colleague will show you how the citizens will access it. But the most important thing is the WhatsApp number, 0700719719. Yes, that's how it works, Your Excellency.
Once you scan, then you're taken to WhatsApp, and you're able to ask any question that you would want the chat box to.
Okay. You start with hello. So you start communicating.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Your Excellency.
Gives you
So
the menu.
If you want to know about your lifestyle and wellness, you type 1. But in this, what we are going through right now is to increase accessibility. And therefore, I'll ask my PS to type 10, this locator. It locates to you the facility that is closest to you. A link that you can click on. It tells you what facilities are next to you, that then you can go to access services.
So those are the services, and they tell you how far it is. I can see on the side.
They give you the distance.
Okay. So, Waziri and your team, what is very important to the ordinary person, pale nyumbani, ni kujua our community health promoters, yeah? What kind of service are they going to offer? And the data they collect from citizens, how have you made it possible for that data to be aggregated so that we can know what is the prevailing, disease burden situation in every part of Kenya?
Thank you, Your Excellency. The community health promoters have a gadget. On that gadget, we have an app.
The gadget will be supplied by the government of Kenya.
By the government of Kenya, Your Excellency. Over 100,000 community health promoters, each will have a gadget. That gadget has an application, the Kicc. Besides that, Your Excellency, each community health promoter has a kit. Inside that kit, they have basic first aid. They equally have those things that they can use to check the temperatures, to check the blood pressure of each member of the individual household. They will collect that data through the Kicc application. Let's go to Kicc. And on the Kicc application, Your Excellency, are you able to open it live, the Kicc? That after they collect that data on Kicc, we able to have access, because it then reports to the National Health Record Services through the core that I explained previously. And from the national level, Your Excellency, we are able even to tell how many times a community health promoter has visited a household. If they have not visited, we are able to tell from the Kicc from the national level. Then together with the counties, we are able to redirect them and tell them that this community health promoter hasn't visited. You see, like here, Your Excellency, it is showing that they visited a household that has mother and newborn, and they are in 2 days' time, they should be visited. This one here was not visited. Jane Kamau, these are household. They ought to have gone, but they did not go. They were due yesterday. So this application, Your Excellency, it is able to assist us to monitor the performance of community health promoters.
Very good.
And based on the data that they are collecting here, you can see, we can generate reports now.
Very good.
And based on these reports, then we can even tell what is the prevalence of disease in certain parts of the country. We use it for the national decision making in terms of where should we focus on specialists, where should we focus on the health products to procure.
Okay. Waziri, one more question.
Yes, sir.
You know the big problem we've always had with health commodities and KEMSA.
Yes.
How is this process of digitization, which you know we discussed, how will this process of digitization assist us to get rid of the challenges we have at KEMSA?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Now, on this core, Your Excellency, we have point of care. Point of care, they are recording what is happening at each level. For example, if a pharmaceutical drug is being dispensed, paracetamol at each level, it is visible here on the digital system. When it is being dispensed here, the person at the end, HPT supplier, that is KEMSA, they are able to see that this drug is going down. So then it assists them in their operations to ensure that then they reorder and restock on that. On the other end of KEMSA, Your Excellency, are the manufacturers and vendors, that they are able then to monitor stocks within here. So what this system is doing, Your Excellency, it is removing the brokers that were in between. In terms of, what they were doing is just to increase the cost of products. So now with this system, it cuts out. Because KEMSA has visibility of usage of the products on this end, and on this side, they have control because they have communication with the suppliers and the manufacturers of the items, Your Excellency. Similarly, Your Excellency, this system, it eliminates all the issues that we have had regarding claims at NHIF. Because we have an electronic claims management system here. When this patient is going through all the services, information is being collected. So now you cannot introduce a fake patient in between, neither can you introduce a fake service in between, because we have an itemized invoice being managed with an electronic claims management system.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Welcome to the Minister of ICT.
Welcome, Your Excellency. This is the Ministry of ICT. Here we want to espouse how we are leveraging on ICT to deliver the entire government development agenda, Your Excellency. You are aware that in your government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, the digital superhighway is a standalone thematic area because it is an enabler to all facets of what we want to do and also a critical success factor moving forward. So we will illustrate how far we have gone in the delivery of digital infrastructure, where we have the establishment and operationalization of the 25,000 free Wi-Fi hotspots, the 1,450 village digital hubs, the rollout of the 100,000 kilometers of fiber, the setting up of the data centers, and then how, through the Office of the Data Commissioner, we are coming up with an elaborate risk mitigation framework that ensures both data privacy and data security. On the flip side of it, Your Excellency, with that infrastructure in place, we are also going to illustrate how we are leveraging on ICT to move away from the traditional way of doing business to e-commerce. We will also illustrate how we are facilitating optimal exploitation of the potential of the creative industry through our studio Mashinani, which is domiciled within the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. We will also illustrate, Your Excellency, how through ICT we are facilitating virtual registration of journalists through the Media Council of Kenya. So we'll start with PS Professor Kisangani to illustrate what we have here with respect to e-commerce.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Our journey has been a long one from this booth. I'm sure you used it one time. As you are calling, people are still queuing to pick it. But you can see we have moved even in terms of the post offices. We are no longer using, some services are not going through this because they are digital. You can deliver letters through the courier services. But as you can see from this illustration, Post Office has already done 772 services passports delivered through this procedure, and we can still do other things in agriculture, and so long as you just make your order, you can make your order and the pay, and the poster can deliver even to the last mile. So that's where we are, and we are no longer storing money in boxes and strong rooms. Now we can use the digital transformation to do that. So I think you could say, CS has mentioned something about registration of journalists, Your Excellency, and this is where the Media Council is. They have been registering journalists. All you need is to make an application using your phone, and then you will have to be approved and then registered. So anytime they come to functions like this one of yours, they will be just checked, and then that verification can be done, Your Excellency. And I think this is a pet project to you. You have been talking about talent building. Studio Mashinani is here. They are just demonstrating the training that we undertake at Studio Mashinani as they develop talent in music and acting, and KBC is on it, and it has been doing a very good job. So here is where we shall have the creative economy developed from our KBC studios, and then we make money out of that. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Then, Your Excellency, let's come to the digital infrastructure here. PS Tanui will take us through the digital infrastructure and other facets of our digital transformation agenda.
Welcome, Your Excellency. Supporting all the other sectors is one of our roles to ensure we deliver for support health, agriculture, and all the others, and to support a real transformational agenda. This, we are building the infrastructure across the country, the 100,000 kilometers. We have identified all the points that we are going to deploy. And we are going to work with private sector and also public sector institutions. And the main 5 points, Your Excellency, on the digital superhighway are this: rollout of 25,000, 1,450, automation of government services, implementation of the fiscal addressing system to support e-commerce, and digital skills that will focus on jobs and entrepreneurship. Your Excellency, to ensure we connect effectively, we are going to also explore new solutions like this satellite solution. One of the satellite solutions that can be used where there is no fiber will connect. And Your Excellency, the digital superhighway goes to the device, and this is one of the devices that we are working with the private sector. Michael is from Safaricom. These are the devices. First week of August, yes, around there.